Sony and Marvel has delivered one of the best comedies this year. Wait, it's supposed to be an action thriller? Let's get into it. Hello there, Clapperheads, and welcome to a brand new edition of ClapperCorns. I am Nick Dorian, and on today's episode, we're going to be talking about the Sony Marvel film, Madam Web. Based on the comic book character, Madam Web follows an elderly clairvoyant who's also blind who... Wait, what am I saying? That means they actually would have respected the source material. Madam Web follows Cassandra Webb as she goes on this journey by babysitting 3 girls. Wait, that's also not the story. What is the story again? Madam Web follows the story of a mess of a film. Unless you've been living under a rock or don't really follow entertainment news, Madam Web has become infamous in the Hollywood industry as one of the worst superhero films of all time. And I have to agree with them because this film was a complete and outright disaster. Honestly, it's borderline hilarious at points. After Sony and Marvel royally messed it up with Morbius, I didn't think they could sink any lower, and somehow they surprised me. Everything you've heard about this film is true. From its bland characterization and relationships, to product placement, to subpar storyline, there's so many things that goes wrong with this film that it's so hard to pinpoint exactly what point it went all wrong. Throughout this nearly 2-hour ride, you are going to sit there baffled at what you are looking at. First of all, Madam Web is famously known as this elderly clairvoyant who's blind, who sees into the future, and who has paralysis as well. And Sony decided to go, hey, let's get Dakota Johnson, a young lady, to play Madam Web. Why? That was the first mistake, not staying true to the source material. And that seems to be a common trend these days of writers and directors of superhero films not exactly reading the comic and wanting to do a fresh take on the character. There have been countless interviews with directors and writers going, oh, we didn't exactly look at the source material, or we didn't read the comic books because we wanted to do something new. That doesn't work. You wouldn't take a series like Harry Potter and go, oh, we didn't read the novels because we wanted to do something new with Harry Potter. That's just blasphemous. If you're going to base something on a source material, respect the source material. The only real semblance of Madam Web from the comic books is the fact that they are set in a Spider-Man type universe and she has precognitive abilities. That's really the only similarities between the character in the film and the character in the comic books. Past that, I don't know what we were watching. Even the story seems very basic. It essentially follows Madam Web as she rescues these 3 girls from a evil Spider-Man person who wants to take down these 3 girls because he's going to get murdered by them or something or other. But the thing is, that's never really explained why these 3 girls are after him. It doesn't make sense. Like, the real question is, why these 3 girls specifically? And that's just one of the many questions that were left unanswered. How did Cassie get a hold of all her mother's things? How did she manage to harness her powers? How did the girls manage to get powers? How is Uncle Ben relevant in this entire story? There are so many things that are just left unanswered and just going, what? And on top of these questions, I think one of the worst things about these films is the dialogue. The lines written in this film are borderline comedic. Lines like,
just stay here and don't do anything dumb. Seriously, don't do dumb things.
Or,
they possess powers derived from spider venom and are incredibly fast, incredibly strong, and they can climb like spiders. Just like Ceiling Guy.
Or even,
the only thing I know is that in the future, they also have powers.
The girls? The girls have powers in the future?
Honestly, it feels like AI could have written a better script than what was delivered with this. At the end of the day, I wish there was something positive I could say about Madam Web, but there really isn't anything positive about this film. Usually there'd be one redeeming quality, but there's nothing redeeming about this here. Everything is just terrible. Even the fight sequences, something that should be a major part of superhero films, just falls flat. It feels like they're punching air. I don't know, I don't even know if I can recommend you watching this film, but if you want to laugh and you really want to see how bad it is for yourself, go and catch it. It's in some cinemas around the world and it's available on digital at the moment. Go see it. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments because I really want to know what you thought. And as always, you can check us out on all social media. It's all on the screen at the moment: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and of course YouTube. Go and subscribe to the channel as well as follow those social media accounts for more updates. Thank you so much again for watching. I am Nick Dorian, and until next time, Keep watching the movies.